Children, welcome to VDS Learning School. Today's topic is the circulatory system. Children, what are circulatory system? Circulatory system is being made up of blood vessels. So, these blood vessels carry blood away from and towards the heart. Apart from this, the circulatory system carries or transports oxygen, nutrients and hormones to cells. And also it helps in the removal of the waste products like the carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste. So to do all these functions, the circulatory system must keep blood constantly circulating, isn't it? So the circulatory system comprises of the heart, blood and the blood vessels. Now we shall learn about all these three parts in detail. So the first one we have got the heart. Children, heart is a vital organ in our body and it sustains life, isn't it? If the heart stops working, the person is dead. Okay, so it is a very important organ in our body. Now how does a heart look like and where is it located in our body? Well, the heart is a hollow cone shaped muscle which is being located between the lungs and behind the sternum. That is, sternum, other word is breastbone. So if you look at the picture, we can see that the heart is being located between the lungs and behind the breastbone. Okay, so the heart is in the left of the middle of our chest. Okay, if you put your hand on your left side of your chest, we can feel the heartbeat, isn't it? So our heart is on the left side of our chest. Okay, so now what will be the size of the heart? The size of the heart is, the human heart is about the size of the human fist. So if you hold your fist and see, you can see that your fist size is very small, isn't it? Even the heart also will be of the same size only. Okay, so the primary function of the heart is to pump blood throughout the body. So apart from pumping blood throughout the body, it also helps to deliver oxygen, hormones and glucose to and other components to various parts of the body. Okay, so these are the function of the heart. Now children, the heart is being divided lengthwise into two parts. Okay, so there is two parts. So the heart is divided lengthwise into two parts by the muscular wall. Okay, so now these halves, now we have got two parts. So now each half is being divided into upper and the lower chamber by the valves. So now we have got the heart is being divided into four chambers. Now we have got four chambers. So namely they are called as auricles and ventricles. So the upper two chambers are called as auricles while the lower two chambers are called the ventricles. So now these ventricles are the lower chamber, isn't it? So this lower chamber pumps the blood and the upper chamber, the auricles, are the chambers that receives the blood. Okay, so as I already told you, their upper chambers are called as auricles whereas the lower chambers are called as the ventricles. Okay, so the function of the heart is to pump blood throughout the body. So moving on to the next one, we have got the blood. Children, blood is a red colored fluid which flows inside the blood vessels. So the blood is very much necessary, isn't it? So blood is needed to keep us alive, and it also brings, the function of the blood is to keep us alive, and it also brings oxygen and nutrients to all the parts of the body so they can keep working constantly. So this is the function of the blood. Similarly, what happens, it also carries the waste materials from different parts of the body that needs to be removed from the body. So waste is also being produced by our body, isn't it? So those wastes also has to be removed from the body. It is being removed through the blood only. Okay, so blood also fights diseases and carries hormones around the body. So all these functions are being performed by the blood itself. Okay, so the blood is being made up of blood cells. There are different types of blood cells. The different types of blood cells are red blood cells, white blood cells and the platelets. Now we will discuss about the first one, that is the red blood cells. So the function of the red blood cell is to carry oxygen from the lungs to different parts of the body. They also help to remove carbon dioxide from the body. As I already told you, the function of the blood. So those functions have been divided which blood vessels, which blood cells will do the function. Okay, so as I told you, this red blood cells will carry the oxygen from the lungs to different parts of the body, and they also remove the carbon dioxide from the body. Whereas the white blood cells, so these white blood cells helps to fight infections. Okay, so these white blood cells fight germs such as bacteria and viruses. And there are also some types of white blood cells that makes antibodies. Children, now what are antibodies? Antibodies are special proteins that recognizes the foreign material and helps to get rid of them from the body. Okay, so that the body does not get infected. So the main objective of WBC is to fight germs in the body. So the last one we have got the platelets. Children, platelets are tiny oval shaped cells that helps in the blood clotting process. Now what is blood clotting means? See, when a blood vessel breaks, or that time what happens, there is excessive flow of the blood. So these platelets that time gather in that area and help to seal off the leak. Okay, so the platelets work with the proteins called the clotting factors to control the bleeding inside our body or on our skin. Okay, so these platelets, children, they can only survive only for 9 days in the bloodstreams and are constantly being replaced by new platelets made by the bone marrow. Okay, so that's all about the blood. Moving on to the next one, we have got the blood vessels. Children, now what are blood vessels? Children, blood flows throughout the body, isn't it? So how does it flow? So these blood will flow throughout the body through a fine tubes called the blood vessels. Okay, so these blood vessels are vital for carrying nutrients, oxygen to the tissues of the body, and also it takes away the waste and carbon dioxide away from the tissues. Okay, so these blood vessels are needed to sustain life. There are three types of blood vessels. They are arteries, veins and capillaries. Now you can have a look at this picture over here, this diagram. In that it shows that the red color which is being marked is the arteries, whereas the blue color is the vein. That is to make you to understand the difference between the arteries and veins. It is being marked in this colors. So now we will discuss about the types of blood cells. So moving on to the first one, we have got the arteries. As I already told you, arteries are in red color, isn't it? So these blood vessels that carry blood. So the function of the arteries is to carry the blood from the heart to different body parts are only called as arteries. So almost all arteries carrying blood with a lot of oxygen in it. So these blood vessels, so these arteries will carry the blood which has got rich in oxygen from the heart to different parts of the body. Okay, so the next one we have got the veins. As I already told you, veins are being marked in blue color. So this blood vessels are the blood vessels that returns blood to the heart. That is, children, what happens? A blood vessel that carries blood, so the carries the blood, it has low in oxygen content from different parts of the body to the heart are only called as veins. So as I already told you, arteries will be carrying blood which is rich in oxygen content, whereas the veins, what happens is the veins will carry the blood which has got low oxygen content in it. So since it has got low oxygen contents, these veins becomes larger and larger as they get closer to the heart. Children, as I already told you, that heart is being divided lengthwise into two parts by the muscular wall, isn't it? So now we have got two separate pumping system in the heart. So that is the right side and the left side. So the right side of your heart will receive oxygen, that is, which is poor oxygen, poor blood from your veins. As I already told you, veins bring blood which has got very less oxygen content in it. Okay, and that now what happens, the right side of your heart will receive oxygen poor blood from your veins, and it pumps it to your lungs. Okay, over there what happens, the lungs, where it picks up the oxygen and gets rid of the carbon dioxide. Okay, that is the function of the lungs. And now the left side of your heart receives the oxygen rich blood from your lungs, and it pumps through your arteries to the rest of the body. Okay, so here the left side of your heart will receive oxygen rich blood. Okay, and then from there the arteries takes the oxygen rich blood to all the parts of the body. And the vein, what it does, it brings the uh, blood which has got less oxygen content to the heart. Okay, so that process keeps on repeating. Okay, and next we have got the capillaries. Children, capillaries are tiny vessels that branch out from the arteries when they reach an organ. Okay, so the capillaries helps to carry blood to every cell of the body in order to supply it with oxygen and nutrients. Okay, so when the blood leaves the organ, the capillary absorbs the carbon dioxide and other waste products from the tissues and then flow the deoxygenated blood into the veins. So as I told you, that veins are carrying only deoxygenated blood or blood which has got less content of oxygen. Now these veins carry the blood which has got less oxygen to the heart, and again the same process keeps on repeating. Okay, so children, that's all about this. Now, moving on to the next one, we have got the circulation of the blood. Children, please follow this picture. You will understand better when you follow this picture. Okay, so what is circulation, children? So the movement of the blood through the heart and around the body is only called as the circulation. So the blood keeps on moving from the heart to all the parts of the body, isn't it? So that is only called as circulation. Now we shall see how the circulation of the blood in the body takes place. Okay, it takes place in the following manner. So please follow this picture, children. Children, as I told you, the left side of the heart pumps out oxygen rich blood throughout the body via the arteries, isn't it? So the left side of the heart, I already told you that heart is being divided lengthwise into two parts. So these two parts help in the pumping system. So we have got the right side and the left side. So the left side of the heart pumps out the oxygen rich blood throughout the body, okay, through the arteries. Okay, now what happens, the right articles, the right auricle will receive oxygen poor blood from the body and it pumps it to the right ventricle. So, the right ventricle pumps the oxygen poor blood to the lungs for the removal of the carbon dioxide and to enrich with oxygen. So, the left auricle now receives the oxygen rich blood from the lungs and it pumps it to the left auricle. Okay, so the oxygen rich blood now enters the heart again through the left auricle and the process continues. That's all children about the circulation of the blood. So you just follow this picture, you will know, you will understand much better and then you can write it on your own. So the now next one we have got the heart sound. Children, you if you put your hand on your chest and you can feel that there is a movement of the heart, isn't it? Okay, and there is also sound you will be able to hear, especially when you run or do some harsh exercises, you will be able to hear your heartbeat, isn't it? So the heart relaxes and contracts while pumping blood. This relaxation and contraction of the heart is only known as the heartbeat. Okay, so as I already told you, we can feel our heartbeat by placing our hand on the left side of our chest. Children, normally the heartbeat rate in an adult human being at rest is between 65 to 75 per minute. Okay, so it increases when the person is doing some physical activities like exercising or he is doing some workout or running and all that, the heartbeat increases. Okay, we can listen to our heartbeat clearly with the help of an instrument called the stethoscope. So through the stethoscope we can hear the heartbeat sound better. So children, now we have come to the end of the session. Hope you have understood it. Okay, please share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.